Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Lior tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share?
Good morning, everybody. I mean, I don't know if it's morning for you, but it is bright and early at 8 a.m. for me. So, for me, it is quite a morning. Um, Especially because I am naturally a night owl. So, going to sleep as a reasonable time for 8:13 in the morning was not something that was achieved. I had good intentions. I had one of those things. I haven't done this since college, you know, where you set a bunch of alarms and then you don't even remember not turning them off. Like, I turned them off. They must have gone off, and I turned them off, and I have no recollection of doing that. So, I'm about within 10 minutes. Sorry. I'm 20 minutes within of awake. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. I know it's not morning for everyone. So, I have a few things prepared for us to do for our waiting hour. That's what it's called, right? Waiting room hour. One big one. Let me actually go. I have a couple notes for myself, so I'm just going to share real quick. Present mode. There we go. All right. So, pretty much these three things. I want to talk us through the bingo board, and the bingo board is color coded. So I want to talk about the three kind of topics or themes that I think we're gonna have for this entire version. I think is gonna have three main things going on. There we go. You're gonna get a lot of this. This is my warm-up hour, my wake-up hour. So yeah, I want to talk through the bingo board. I have a couple of polls, and then I'll like explain how the actual commentary part is going to work. So yeah, all good, Bubbles. Oh, in fact, I need to real quick, everybody. Let me.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
There you go, Bubble Mom. I didn't remember doing that earlier. Out running errands, rushed home. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Thrius. Do you got a nickname? Do you got a nickname for me, Mr. 3003105? But yeah, we'll go through this. In fact, we can do this right now. It's what's up next. So, let's talk through this guy. I like the Azdaha topic, and since you brought that one up first, I'll start there. The Jew is immortal, yes. Creepy girl near the big tree. I'm not entirely sure that she's immortal. This is actually not one of... Oh, I should have ranked these two, you know, by how certain of the prediction I am. Celine? All right. Hello, Celine.
Who share the memory?
That's actually one of the predictions I'm not feeling super confident in. Is I think it's plausible. There's definitely something not right about her, since she spouts apocalypse shit. But it's possible she's an Adeptus. At least an illuminated being. Both options would make her immortal. But yeah, Bingo doesn't care about odds. So a few of these here are kind of almost definite wins. I don't know about New Ascension drop for sure, but it feels like, you know, for Zhao and someone else, right? Zhao and Hu Tao, they made the Primo thingies. The new Primo Geo Bishop. There we go, that's a lot of syllables. So I figure, new character, let's give us a way to not build her right away. New announcement. Other wins, I mean, just like Dragonspine and every other time we've had an area released, I think the Chasm is going to be the main quest. This is pretty much we think the Chasm, right? So that's an easy win. Housing system, I think we're pretty much confirmed already, right? So like this one's here because it was technically a leak. They may have decided to move it, but that one's kind of an easy win. Chasm drops 2 sets. It's like, yeah, probably. Just because the salt and vinegar one, as Katie puts it, Sol Vindogner, Blizzard Strayer, Heart of Depths, that has 2. And then there are some here that are really, really reaching, and I will be very surprised if they're right. So meeting Vanessa, I think could happen, but I'm not doing the thing. New familiar, I mean, just because they gave us Endora. See, a few of these are not particularly plausible. I don't have good expectations for some of these. naturally, my goal is a blackout, but I wanted more background music. But I had to find copyright-free Chinese music, and that was rough. But, okay. You will have noticed, isn't Vanessa outright in Celestia? Vanessa is actually one of the 4 winds of Monstadt. We met Dvalin before. He's one of them. Is he the dragon of the east? Of the north? The north, maybe. I don't know if you remember way back at the beginning, Monstadt has 4 guardian lesser deities, essentially, that support the Animal Archon. Dvalin and Vanessa are 2 of them. Ooh, you guys are gonna have to check my memory here. I feel like, oh, Andreas is one of them. But is there, do we know, is Wolf Pup?
Where do you want to go
Wolf of the North, Dragon of the East, Lion of the South. Yes. I don't think we know who Lion of the South is. Thank you for the follow, Destiny. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wait, I think there are 4 winds. We don't know the lion. Cole, I think you're thinking of one of her titles when she was alive, but I think as a wind. I don't know if she's both of the winds. She did have both of those titles at some point. So, there's a possibility of us meeting her because I expect us to do stuff. Oh, is the 4th wind a human? That could be how it works. I wouldn't be super surprised. She's the Lion Tooth Knight. Okay. Thank you guys. So, Jean, there is one of the winds who is, I was about to say alive, but, you know, a mortal. A normal mortal. Let's listen to this one. I've been digging this recently. That's a good volume for you. Turn it down just a little bit. There we go. So, 3 categories here. Which one do we want to start with? Because I have, as you can see here, I have a couple of things ready. I have a couple of things ready for the Chasm topic. Only really talking points for the Monstadt topic, and then a walkthrough of the game for the Azdaha topic. So, let me know, which one of the 3 topics do we want to walk through first? Knight of Boreas? Yeah, that sounds right for Varka. And no, CF, we don't know how old Jean is. She could be anything. We don't know anyone's ages. We approximately know Child's, but that's about it. We know that a bunch of them are 14, 15. I don't know if lag is really bad or if no one's answering my question. I'm just gonna start with Chasm, then thank you, Night Destiny. Welcome. I'm glad you think so. Free space is likely, yeah, thanks. That's how it works, right? The middle is a free space. I've never done bingo before. I've seen this in movies, okay? I don't know if I thought of the free was normie. I meant to theme it though. This was supposed to be like a picture of Venti or something. Whoopsies. All right, I'm gonna start us in the Chasm then, because actually I made a full ass infographic for the Chasm. All right, so welcome to everything we know so far about the Chasm. And why I think in 1.5 we're gonna pretty much be doing Unreconciled Stars Part 2. Spoiler, because it's in big thingies right here. So what we know about the Chasm is that it has been closed for the entire game because of something dangerous that the miners dug up. And the Chasm is actually the primary source of ore for the entirety of Liyue. And we learn about it because of this Records of Jueying book. Volume 6 is all about this meteor that fell to Tevat way back like 6,000 years ago, because it says in an age when Rex Lapis was still young. So a meteor fell into the Chasm and sat there for thousands of years, and it talks about how jade popped up because of the alien rock. So all of the interesting ore deposits are there because of this meteor that like created the chasm and then infused it with its energy for thousands of years. And in game, if you try to go to the chasm, this guy's like the gatekeeper. He says he's supposed to keep people out of the chasm. He had them working all year round, around the clock to meet demand, but the Chishin closed it up because of this danger that they dug up. So he didn't see it with his own eyes, but he's told the ones who did have been in a coma ever since. Already, I highlighted the 3 words. The chasm was created by a meteor, and the people who are seeing this thing that they dug up has been in a coma. So, I'm already seeing the relation to Unreconciled Stars 2. And I'm guessing that what's going to happen when we go in is that the miners dug up some remnant of a meteor, and that's causing the comas, but it's somehow mutated from being so old. Couple other things we do know about it. While that meteor that created the chasm was falling, a fragment of it broke off and created Dunyu ruins. We can actually go into the game. So we have up here, meteor is falling into the chasm, a piece fragments off and falls in Dunyu ruins and creates the society. So Dunyu ruins is based on a society, or the society of Dunyu ruins was based on the same meteor that caused the chasm. And no one knows why, you know, the gods and Adepti do, but they're choosing to be silent about it. No one knows why that society over at Dunyu just up and left. They closed the doors and walked away during the cataclysm. And we learned recently, oh, thank you. Looks quiet on mine, but maybe I'm talking more quietly. I can turn myself up a teensy bit. They just up and left during the cataclysm. And a little bit of a spoiler alert, because this is one of the artifacts that I expect to be announced as dropping today. But we haven't officially seen this lore yet. I got this one from Honey Impact. There was another meteor during the cataclysm. Sorry, there was another meteor for the chasm, the one that created it. And then one that apparently fell in during the cataclysm and the abyss flooded in. So why? How? A meteor fell into the cataclysm and caused the abyss. What is this meteor-abyss connection? Losing my mind over that one. I've been trying so hard to think of a reasonable answer to that, and I don't have one. So I'm accepting that meteors and the abyss are related somehow, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Welcome, Eris. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you like my videos. You're not really late, EDU. This is the waiting room, so we're just talking about the chasm. And essentially my expectation for 1.5 is that we do get the chasm as we expect to. The main quest is going to tie into Unreconciled Stars, so they're going to mention the false sky. I'm not sure they're actually going to give us additional information about it, but it's going to tie it back to the false sky from earlier. I'm also hoping we'll learn a little bit about the abyss in the process of that, because hopefully the meteor causing trouble now is the one during the cataclysm. That'll tie us back into the exciting lore stuff we just learned in the Archon quest about Conrayon, the Abyss. So we want to be learning about the Abyss right now. The fact that the Abyss was caused by a meteor in the chasm, they cannot just skip that, right? I'm expecting them to drop one little thing again. You know, that classic one line at a time. That is my graphic. I quite like this graphic. I'm getting better at this, don't you think? I was really struggling with graphics up until, like, I swear, a day ago. Yesterday I was still struggling, but by the end of yesterday I started to feel like I got the vibe, you know? First I want to go back here. So, the chasm ones. Main quest is the chasm. I think the chasm is going to drop. I did mention there's tenacity of the Millilith. I'm expecting the other one to be that Harbinger one that we read over a couple of days ago, because the third artifact set that I've seen on Honey is about the Knight of Boreas, which would be a Monstadt thing. So unless we think we're going to get a domain in Monstadt, which I wasn't sure of, I don't think that one's coming up. So I'm expecting the Chasm to drop Tenacity of the Millelith and that Pale Plume artifact set about the Harbingers. That is why I put this new Harbinger one here. This one's a shot in the dark. It's more hopeful, wishful thinking than anything else, but hopefully being in the abyss and relating back to the false sky, we can get a new Harbinger. Abyss info on the Chasm, I talked about that. Chasm is Big is a cheap one, but that was just, I remember we were all kind of disappointed in Dragonspine when the music is so pretty and it looks so cool, but I explored it within a day. Nobody likes that. So, is my personality different right now? I feel like you guys are experiencing half awake Wigan, and I can't tell if this is the same kind of vibe that I put off. That I usually put off. So, Chasm is big so that we don't have to complain about finishing it in a day. Yo, Assassinator! Congratulations for your child. I have no child. I'm like 40 wishes in and I have no child. It's a 50-50 anyway. It's terrible. It's terrible. I mentioned this one and mentioned that one. Okay. I've explained all of the Chasm items on Bingo. If anyone is interested, and I hope you do, we have a couple other things about the Chasm. First is that there's this girl, I don't know if you remember her, from Dragonspine, who is a researcher. She's studying the climate, and she talks about how I'm an environmentalist and researcher of geography. I'm currently investigating the terrain here. To find a snow-capped mountain right here in Monstadt, given the climate of the rest of the region, is really quite fascinating. I've seen similar circumstances elsewhere in the past, such as the Chasm in Liyue, so there may be some similarities in their respective terrain features. What we learn here is that the Chasm has its own climate, just as Windy Nation has a cryo zone, Geo Nation is going to have a something zone. So, music play. Okay, it's coming. It's coming. So I have a little poll. You can scan QR code or go to this link. And there's actually two polls. So the first question is that knowing that the Chasm has its own climate, we learned it from Esther, what will that climate be? Uh-oh, I have... Okay, I don't need those notifications. So, y'all are gonna see the answers live because this is my first time using this tool. Oh man, this song is super quiet. Can't hear anything. Yes. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. Only Twitch can get this one, so that one's only for Twitch. Sorry, YouTube. I don't have an option to type in the chat for YouTube, which is kind of rough, which is why I have the QR code on the screen. But if someone on YouTube can drop the link in there, please do. Oh, that was hot. Ow. Why do I do that to myself every single stream? Ow, that one was even worse than usual. You'll notice I put only I only put 3 options. And actually that's interesting, Celine, that you said it's gonna be moist, because I wrote off hydro. I was like, there's no way it's gonna be hydro because, like, it can't be watery. They have to be able to mine in it. It can't be watery. A caldera? A caldera, was that what? Oh, shoot, Cole. You're pointing out, I already forgot. What did that end up being? Was that a volcanic crater? I need to look this up now. What's a caldera? Caldera. Oh, it is a volcanic thing. Large volcanic crater. You know, it's not quite a caldera because it was caused not by an explosion, but by a meteor. But shouldn't it be approximately this shape? right? Big meteor fell in. It should just be a crater. So, let me see how to see these answers. I actually wasn't sure. I put rainforesty because I know there's a point at which we expected it to be dendro. But yeah, I kind of want to go with volcanic too. I didn't really have an answer for myself. I just want to see the results. Mostly thinking volcanic. I'm guessing rainforesty is for the dendro rumors, which I would love. I think that would be really cool and really unexpected because you don't expect a dendro-rich area with somewhere that you get a lot of ore. I don't think so. So I kind of hope they do this one because it'll be such a surprise, right? And then this one's the one I was hoping for, but also they might say, okay, here's where I was figuring. It might be stormy if they already have the like animations and overlays and everything ready for Inazuma. Like if they already have an Electro region ready, it would be helpful for them to learn it, right? Damon, Desertus was my first thought. Or like, it's what I expect, but the fact that we know it's a climate different from Liyue, I mean, Liyue is always rocky and sandy and cliffy, right? Second one, let me get you guys the link to this one too. I'm hoping that there's no impairment because none of us like to go to Dragonspine. But it is always possible that this special climate has a weather effect. So if there's an effect like bitter cold, what do we think it's gonna be? And my possible answers were, what were my possible answers? I already forgot. Low light, I'm thinking we're in a cave. Is the music even on? I can't hear anything. Oh, it's loud for you guys, just quiet for me. So I'm thinking low light because if we go into a cave system, then we're going to lose natural light. There might be some kind of special torch or something that we need to use. But I thought that would be a really possibly annoying one, but you know, it would make a lot of sense. Very in context. Okay. As long as you guys can hear it. Toxicity, I don't know where that one came from. I felt it. It came to me, so I stayed, but I have no idea like why I thought of toxicity. But I feel like we were reading about the Chasm a minute ago, and the guy guarding the mines says that people fell into the coma on sight, and in Unreconciled Stars, they needed to touch it. So I feel like there's something like radiating from the meteor. And when I think of meteors radiating, I think of radiation poisoning. So that's where we got toxicity from. I was also thinking if it is jungly or rainforesty, maybe a poison thing. And then overheating, just if it is in fact a volcanic area, we could do overheating. I think they added Dragonspine because Shinozunai is the last region we're going to. Don't want to wait that long for a cryozone. I agree. I feel like they did the opposite approach that I was saying, where if they already have Electro ready, might as well use it. There they were getting ready way beforehand. So I'm gonna go with low light because I think, no, I want toxicity. Results are, okay, overheating to match the volcano, right? To match the volcano. Low light only got one. That's the one that I thought was most, like, plausible. I thought was most likely if we have to go into cave systems, you know? Though I am expecting the jade to glow. It's gonna be low light, but it's gonna be, like, we can walk around just fine because of all of the jade glowing in the walls. Meaning glowing cave walls. Can we just talk about that for a moment? Don't even need to talk. We just need to think and appreciate the fact of that for a moment. Katie, I think you're plausible. You're entirely valid. I think low light is gonna do it. We've gone into caves, but we haven't gone into a cave system so deep it reaches the bottom of the earth. One of the Blackcliff weapons to talk about that. Blackcliff. The Blackcliff weapons tell us about the core of the earth. The core of the earth. Which one is it? Got the sword. Anyway, I'm just looking for one quote that the chasm goes all the way into the core of the earth. So it's not going to be like the caves we've seen before. It cannot possibly. At their deepest point, the mines reach all the way to the Earth's core. Now, this could be just a legend talking. And legends exaggerate, but it's also all 5 of these talk about the same family working in the chasm. So I feel like it's gonna go. I'm hoping for a cave system. That's what I wanted with Dragonspine. I thought it was small on top, but then we had a lot of DZ. And it turned out, you know, like we had a couple of caverns, and that was it. I want cave systems. So I'm hoping the chasm's gonna come back to me with that. Cave systems, please. We're at 20 minutes, so actually I am going to... I haven't watched these. Okay. I didn't know if we wanted to watch this one before it's 5 minutes, but let's move on from the chasm, because I do have a couple other things I want to talk to beforehand, and we're already at 40 minutes. What if the radiations that the meteor left in the chasm have some kind of effect that also affects the monsters? Mutations would be really cool. I would like that a lot. That would be cool. Like Hollow Earth! Royale, that's exactly what I thought of for Kynria at some point. Like, okay, Hollow Earth, I have no idea why, but it's one of my favorite tropes, you know, like my favorite settings. There's just something so cool about, I know it's entirely impossible, but imagine how cool it is, this idea of an entirely different climate and ecosystem that's habitable within the Earth. Hollow Earth is such a cool thing. I'm hoping that Kynria isn't just, you know, like a little kingdom like Mond, but it's actually like sprawling underground, like spanning the continent, right? That would be fucking cool. It is referred to as an underground land, but I feel like that could be figurative speech. So, thanks, Bubbles. Bye-boys. Azdaha, real quick. Let's do this one real fast. I don't have a nice graphic ready for it, which I should, because I'm releasing that video in a few days, and I meant to have those graphics done. But I'll answer this question. Do we think Chasm will have an offering system, meteors or gems of some sort? Oh, that hadn't occurred to me. We might want to feed the meteor. We might need to feed the meteor, but I'm really not sure. That could have been a poll. Oh, another poll I wanted to make that I didn't end up doing was housing system. What is our excitement scale for that? Are we actually very excited for housing system? Or is it just kind of there? And I am quite sorry. My dearest soundtrack, I love you, but I need something a bit more poppy right now. Like, I'm about to go back to just the ones that I warmed up with. No, I don't think I want lo-fi. I want like calm EDM. Like this one. I just liked this one a lot. I want something exactly like this. 20 out of 10 for housing system. Okay, we have a lot of excitement. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I was honestly not expecting that reaction. I look at housing system and I'm like, but where's my new characters? Where's my quests? Where's my lord? But I think I'm actually gonna really enjoy playing it because I've never played Sims and I've always wanted to. So now they're giving me Sims about characters I already love, and I'm really looking forward to that. Where was I going? Okay. Now it's a bit loud for me, but this is like the vibe I need, you know? I might just loop this until we go watch that video. So, Second topic is Azdaha. And the idea there, I'm actually gonna spy Esther. Goodbye. We have Linlang tell us about this. And we have the trials at Tianchu. Oh, it's gonna give us lots of stuff to do. That's a good point. That's a good point. The fact that it gives us a lot to do, I am excited for. I don't need a bubble universe, but if it's gameplay, I'm down. Now, why did I pull this up? I wanted to talk about Azdaha real quick. I'm expecting this to be its own self-contained event. Not event, but like a quest line, maybe a really big world quest. All about this dragon. And I don't know if you guys remember the leaks from like the very beginning when we first got those 1.5 leaks. People saw this giant boss. This is a story of that boss that I expect us to find. So his name is Azdaha, and there are 2 places that he's been mentioned in game so far. When you do the Trials of Tianchu quest, you start with the ancient tablet that says, "At Tianchu Valley, the Adepti's ancient trail goes cold. I fall down and weep at the ruins I see. Though defeated is mighty Azdaha of old, there's no restoring this past land of beauty." So it sounds like this Azdaha dragon was battled at Tianchu. And we look at our trusty map. We've got Tianchu Valley, where the ruins are, right where the Primo Bishop is found, and then you go up a little bit and you get to the giant tree. Then there's Linlang, who we talked to trade in the nameless treasures if you're really desperate for primos. And her dialogue is about this legend of him. An anecdote about Azdaha. So they say that Azdaha was a dragon spawned by a convergence of the spirits of Jiu and Liyue, and that even Rex Lapis could not easily subdue it. He summoned 3 Adepti to his aid, and together they created a cavernous realm. They lured the creature into the realm before sealing it, trapping him within. So then she talks about how there's 3 Adepti joining hands to create the cavern, and when you get all 3 of them, she talks about how one of them was Mountain Shaper, the other was Moon Carver, and then the last one is a mystery. We don't know who that 3rd Adeptus was. That was one of my first, like, ooh, is Jiu immortal? Is Jiu somehow that Adeptus who's been, like, tainted and brought over to the side? That's crack. I don't believe in that one. That's what got me thinking about Jiu is, ooh, there's a missing Adeptus involved here. So we have Azdaha being sealed. I think Azdaha is sealed beneath the giant tree because of its proximity to Tianchu and where the Primo Bishop is. And also because Jiu... Oh, wait. Because if we go to our giant tree, there's actually a little tablet there that says an evil dragon lays here. And oh, I don't remember my people dying. When did that happen? Why is Zhao dead? What happened? Thanks, Sheiks. Have a good class. Why? I have no idea how this came to be. Wow. Gotta play the plunging game. Oh, we're at almost 10 minutes. All right, this guy. Life endures in heaven and earth thanks to the merciful Adeptus. On this site lies an evil dragon. I have to say it like that, evil. An evil dragon. Please do not disturb it. And then finally, we have this unforged weapon, which I actually don't remember where I put this, except for on Twitter. This one. The Unforged. And the legend of the Unforged is entirely that a long time ago, there is a dragon made of stone that slumbered in Nantianmen, where we know we had an evil dragon. Rex Lapis made a pact with it But then they had a falling out and they sealed it beneath the earth. They sealed it in the bowels of the earth. There we go. The dragon was sealed in the bowels of the earth. And fearing the ire of the gods and Adepti, the bishops, who once heeded the trembling of the rock and wrought havoc alongside the dragon, fled into the roots of the mountains. So, oh my god, please don't feed the dragons. This is why we're fighting the bishops instead of making pets with them. Though, bishop familiar, all of our familiars so far have been flying. I would love a little bishop, you know, chasing after me. Wouldn't that be cute, baby Sonic? If it's in the palm of my hand, I will feed the baby dragon. Where was I going with this? Oh, that the bishops came alongside this dragon who slumbered near Nantianmen and was sealed in the bowels of the earth. So the fact that we've had all of these bishop events where we started with hatchlings, we got the grown ones as an overworld mob, we got the Primo Geo Bishop, we even had that world quest, if anyone remembers, during Lantern Rite called The Secret of Nantianmen, where we literally, the quest was just talking. They have us walk over here, we get to the tree, Paimon says, "Oh no, there's an earthquake!" And then, "Oh, what? Who's this crazy girl?" And then we talk, she spouts her apocalypse shit, we go back to Jiaji and we're like, alright, there was an earthquake and an abandoned girl and the awakening is coming. So, all of this, all of the earthquakes, the bishop behavior makes me think that the awakening is going to happen very, very soon. They're foreshadowing it, building up to it, and pretty sure based on the Unforged and the legends of Azdaha that it's going to be the dragon. Or it's going to be from under the tree. So if we go back to the bingo card, there are several of these based on this. Ju is immortal. What I'm expecting is that we're going to be called by maybe the Adventurers Guild again, maybe Zhongli specifically. We do know that we have a Zhongli story quest. I'm really hoping that this is separate from it so that we get both, because I'll be really bummed. Like, why would they do that to themselves? It's more for us to do if they make a Zhongli quest and this, but it's possible that Zhongli's quest is just this Azdaha story. But I think we're gonna be talking to Lan or Ganyu or Zhongli when an earthquake happens and they walk us through helping to investigate it. It's gonna turn out that the giant tree is not like physically containing it, but is the seal for the cavernous realm that Linlang tells us is about to happen. The cavernous realm that they used to seal him. So we're going to use Nantianmen to enter that other realm. And that's my big tree as a one-time domain. But I'm also kind of hoping that Azdaha escapes and that we can see the giant tree explode. Like, imagine, giant explosion in the Nantianmen region. Wouldn't that cutscene be so baller? Imagine the cutscene. We're standing here and it just explodes in front of our eyes, you know? Rick, no, this is how I died. This is how I died. Alright, we can't look at Nantianmen anymore. Gotta run away. I guess I didn't stay paused when I left the game on overnight. Whoopsies. So yeah, that's the Azdaha theory. I'm hoping he becomes a weekly boss, just like right after we fought Child, we got to turn the Golden House into a domain. I feel like after we do the story fight, the big tree is going to become a weekly boss. Okay, that was all the Chasm ones. We have only a couple minutes left. Ooh la la. So, continuing on, that's really what I'm hoping for. I want that explosion. That is what I desire. Quickly covering all of the Monstadt ones, we know that we're getting Eula. I made a shot in the dark that the Eula banner would be first, but I really don't know. I figured it could go either way. I don't know. We were just in Mond, so I wanted us to do Liyue first, but oh well. But we know that Eula is a descendant of the nobility, and Monstadt has this whole period where they were ruled by a corrupt aristocracy. I said the word right, guys. I said the word right. A corrupt aristocracy. And a bunch of the weapons are about this story. Several of the artifacts are about this story. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. We have a lot of weapon and artifact mentions of this entire era, but we have not seen it in game yet. Probably a lot of people don't know that Mondstadt has an aristocratic era, and I think that that's what Eula's story quest is going to introduce us to. So I'm expecting us to get, you know, the special banner weapon set. I want that lore to be about Mondstadt. Alternative is it's about more Liyue stuff, like lots of weapons like to be about Legends of Zhongli's history, so I would be down for another one of those. But I think it's going to be a Mond weapon set. I think we're going to have an event in Mondstadt all about like giving us different ways to be exposed to how things were during the aristocracy. So that's why I'm getting my Mond history lesson. We're going to have a quest that's talking to a bunch of people about how things used to be back in the day before the rebellion. And then the way that the aristocracy was overthrown was a few things. There were some nobility who saw the corruption and joined the rebellion. There was Vanessa, whom Venti like backed and supported, who led the rebellion. And there's a Wanderer's troop who came from another land but were very loud voices encouraging rebellion. So thank you for the follow, Buttermilk Biscuits. I'm glad you're having a good time. Good morning. I don't know if it's morning for you, but it's still morning for me. So because we have all of these things, Vanessa and Wanderer's troop, and didn't I just mention another one? I forgot what it was. About this aristocratic era. That's why I'm hoping we get to meet Vanessa and that we learn more about the Wanderer's troop. This last one is just that Vanessa, it's a thing that they mentioned in the manga that the bright red hair that Diluc has is very distinctive of the people of Murata, who pray to the original Archon of War, the original Pyro Archon, and they're known by their flame-touched hair. So the fact that Vanessa has the flame red hair, Diluc is our only character with the flame red hair, and it's supposed to be such a distinctive, uncommon trait in Mondstadt, and kind of a little bit that Vanessa, when she ascended, became the Falcon Wind. And isn't that falcons? Diluc does falconry. I feel like, imagine Diluc is Vanessa's descendant, and that is why they gave him that idle animation of the falcon. I know it's just like a rich person thing to do, but I still think it would be cool. All right, so that's the bingo card. Now we're ready. We went through the bingo card. How is this guy doing? The image changed, premieres in 3 minutes. I feel like we have just enough time to pause this and watch most of this one. I just want to see what this is about. What's going on here? Oh, hi!
We will meet again.
Okay, well there was Jew. That helped me out.
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess that could have been them.
Wait a minute. Do they watch this during the stream? I hope they don't watch that. I was thinking it was just like, you know, released beforehand. It's spoilers? Okay. We're not gonna do that then. I'm gonna make sure we're silented here. Or no, let me just quit this one. Goodbye, Genshin. It's during the stream. Okay, cool. Cool. Did I do all my talking points then? Yes, I did. All right, so okay, well that little trailer beginning pretty much told me we're on point with the Nantianmen thing. Where did you go? Where'd you go? Can I not full screen this? Why can't I make this full screen? I've actually never watched a live stream on YouTube. I usually do this on Twitch. Why can't I make this 60 seconds? In 60 seconds. I stopped the vibe music because I want this vibe to start. So beneath the light of jadeite. This I feel like is about the chasm. Chasm, yes. Oh, look at this pose. Yo, guys, I hadn't paid attention to the Eula art yet, except for her, you know, this one. I can tell you, as someone who used to dance, this is exactly the pose that we're told to do, like pretty much for photos, where you stick your booty out, you stick your bust out, you lead, you bend one knee. This is literally just like dancer posing 101. I hereby choose to believe she is a dancer. It works. It helps. Okay, I guess with our last minute, I forgot to explain how I want to do this. I'm probably not going to be watching chat much because I want to not get too far behind this. If I have a lot to say about something, I might pause it very, very briefly so that I could just get the commentary out. But the goal is to not fall, you know, too far behind the live one. So I'm going to be trying to mostly talk over and then pause just a little bit if, like, they're moving on from a topic too soon. Oh, no, I don't want Genshin to be shut down because I need to be able to cash in mod codes. Yes, Eula is a captain of the knights. Hoo-hoo! Well, at least they brought back vibe music. I was really missing my vibe music. Oh, I can redeem them on the website? Well, that'll help, that'll help. Go back to closing this. I will get this open. All right. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Gore, that was my first thought when we learned that she was a captain. It was entirely, oh shoot, can I want to catch up to when live is. Does it automatically sync me? But yeah, is she one of the ones that he thinks is unworthy? I'm gonna guess no. Ooh, okay, well, I did wonder if she faces discrimination for being descended from nobility. I kind of dismissed it out of hand because, oh, thank you. Oh, okay, sorry. I got confused. I heard something in my house and I thought someone was talking to me.
Once upon a time, two twins traveled together throughout the universe. But one day, their path was blocked, and they were separated by an unknown god.
Chicken strips.
Ether! Lumine!
And now, the two of them are finally reunited in the Genshin Impact version 1.5 special program!
Yay! Welcome, everybody. I'm Zach Aguilar, and I voice the male traveler Ether in Genshin Impact.
Why are the
Hey everyone,
comments all...
I'm Sarah Miller-Cruz, and I voice the female traveler, Lumine.
It's
Why
so
are the
great that we're
captions
together
so
for
wrong?
this program, especially since our characters finally had a chance to meet in version 1.4.
I know. Tell me about it. I'm so
What
glad that
is
they invited me
happening
to the
down
show.
here?
I've always been super curious about
Yes,
what it's like to do a
little
special
TV
program.
show.
It always
Oh
looks
my
like
god,
you
is this
and
what the
Karina were having
dragon
so
looks
much
like?
fun in the previous ones.
Yo.
Hey, that's what the special program's all about. And today certainly won't be an exception, as we are
Those
joined
horns!
by Keith
It looks like a
Silverstein.
griffin.
Ta-da!
Oh, I like the trumpet there. Very nice. Hi, everybody. My name's Keith Silverstein.
I'm gonna go
and
ahead
I
and turn
voice
those off
Zhong
then,
Li,
because that
consultant
didn't
for the
work at all.
Wangshan funeral parlor
that
in
wasn't
Genshin
that
Impact.
wasn't right at all.
Yes, Mr. Zhong Li himself, who, spoiler alert, is really Morax. That's right, the Geo Archon, widely respected.
Why are
as
you talking
Rex
about that
Lapis,
as though
the
it's
god of contracts
news?
himself?
Shush.
Talk about a list of titles.
And that is
Shush, shush,
exactly
shush.
why I leave the introductions to you, Zach.
Honestly, it's so hard to express how much we love your performance in the game, Keith.
Yo, hello,
And
hello.
by we, I obviously mean myself and a lot of other players.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
It is really an honor to play a role that's loved by so many, myself included, of course. And come on, how exciting is this?
Oh my god,
I'm
I
so
read
excited that I'm doing a
I
version
read some
preview with you
weapon
guys.
lore
This is
spoilers
gonna be great.
yesterday.
Yeah, so why don't we take a quick moment to thank our viewers for joining us today and for their amazing support of Genshin Impact.
Okay, yes, we play the game.
Thank you so
ignoring
much,
this
everyone.
one.
Yes, big thank you to the entire Genshin Impact
Is
community.
that? Oh shoot, what was I saying?
So, Keith,
Oh,
What do you
I
think of Genshin
read
Impact so far?
the lore of some
know it's an
unreleased
amazing
weapons last night, and there's practically odes to Zhongli in there. There were like at least two, maybe more, who like hint at it that are from Zhongli's perspective almost, but they're all about like how Zhongli or Morax is approaching human life, and I was just like, I'm so in love with you. It was so great. It was beautiful.
I just love the gameplay. The graphics are absolutely beautiful, and I also love playing the game on my phone whenever I can't get to my PC.
Okay, they're just
Okay, so here's the
advertising
question, Zach.
themselves.
What have you enjoyed the most
Do you think
in
they're
version
paid to say
1.4 so
this?
far?
Ooh, you know, that's it's so tough because I love all the mini games, but I think my favorite one is Ballads of Breeze. And I just love getting out my lyre too as
Goodbye.
I travel around to that and
All
play
right.
my random little songs.
So, other than the fact that we get a story quest about him, this tells us we can talk about him other
I mean,
than
I'm sure you're good.
the story quest, right? I really hope that this is separate, because that would be such a missed opportunity. Let me see Zhongli twice, please.
Things off with a quick overview.
Okay, overview.
Take it away, Zach.
You got it. In version 1.5, we'll have some brand new characters, several cool new monsters, and various special events. We'll also have an all-new feature to explore. And as always, there will be some optimizations and adjustments to our overall gaming experience.
Wow, very nice.
Aside from all the new content, Genshin Impact is also having its native release for PlayStation 5 on April 28th, the same day version 1.5 comes online, so that's definitely exciting.
April 28th
Totally.
is when
It's
it comes
great news for
online?
our
Okay,
PlayStation
okay.
5 players out there.
Yeah,
I could have known
we'll
that
get
if I
a
could
first
count.
glimpse of version 1.5 from the trailer. But before we get to that, I'd like to remind our viewers that we'll be giving away redemption codes throughout the stream.
In terms of Primo Gems,
Oh,
we
yeah,
have
Paimon's
Primo
not here.
Gems.
Yeah, and just remember that they might appear at any time during the show,
Whoa.
so be sure to stick around for those.
Was that lame or
Okay,
cute?
now
I'm
let's
kinda
take a
leaning
first
towards
look at the
little both.
official trailer for Genshin Impact version
Okay,
1.5,
yes,
Beneath the Light of Jadeite.
If it is fated, we will meet again.
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess that could have been them. And there was a child staggering in front of them.
This is I, Azdaha, forged of elemental crystal. The enraged earth will not absolve you! Ah! You stand upon your
There are
tomb.
flowers on his tail. Can we look at the flowers on his tail?
There is a fine line between good and evil.
This is order. It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me. So here lies the wisdom of the gods. To dust!
Hey, wait a minute. Does this count as martial arts?
Ready for trial. Incinerate!
Okay, we're gonna be rewatching that
Breath of the
Zhongli
flame.
part, right? We have to rewatch that.
Inadmissible evidence! Well, I guess I've mastered both the pen and the sword.
People tell me that if I just spoke more softly, others may find it easier to forgive me. But the only reason they think that way is because they've never been branded a pariah before.
Okay, so
I
she does
condemn
have
you.
prejudice.
Freeze to the core!
Eye for an eye.
Vengeance will be mine!
Okay.
This serenity pot is
many
all
things to
yours
say.
now.
Housing. Oh my god, is this our little house? I was expecting a dinky little 2D thing.
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already
I said a
arranged
dinky
for
2D thing, and she was like,
certain little
oh, I wouldn't
helper to
worry
await
about
you
that.
within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
Okay, guys, my hype levels for this housing system just went from like 0 to 100 real fast. It's an actual like 3D realm. Oh my goog. Oh my goog. I'm gonna. Oh my. I can't believe that 2 minutes ago I didn't give a shit. Zhongli, I get to hang out with Zhongli. Oh, how many people are putting Zhongli and Child in a house together? Can you guys tell that I'm a mega shipper? It's so pretty. Oh my god. Whoa. Oh, this music. I'm digging this music. Zhongli story quest. Tell me now. All right, so we have had how many announcements now? We have had how many announcements now? And Zhongli has been on the cover of 2 of them. Excellent, excellent. I feel like he's winning. He's winning at life. Do you guys know that little girl? She's like a compilation. She did like funny stuff. She's just like, you're winning. You're winning at life. You're winning. Oh, you can't add characters to the house? But how do I play dating sims? How do I play Sims if I don't get to put characters in there? Guys, this is the co-op, right? They want us to all go play house together in co-op. That's the whole point. Wait, Mini Tomo? I didn't pay enough attention to this. What was on right before Mini Tomo? Yes, Stone Daddy is the winningest! Pale Flame, Tenacity of the Millilith. Look at me. Look at me. What did I say? Pale Flame and Tenacity of the Millilith. I don't have anything to cross off my bingo card with.
Wow, there was a lot going on in that trailer. It looks like Zhongli is gonna have a new storyline here with a super tough-looking dragon to fight. So be careful out there, Zach.
I'm gonna cover others'
I
face
leveled
and
up
not
a lot
Zhongli's.
since the
Hi,
last
TV
version.
Zhongli!
This dragon's got nothing on me.
Yeah, sure, Zach. You really expect us to believe that?
Personally, I'm excited.
They
for
haven't
these new
talked about the
characters.
chasm.
They look super cool.
Yeah, and that sounds like a solid place
So
to
it looks
start.
like Juice
so why don't I
trying
begin by introducing the
to
new
release the
characters first?
seal.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, new characters already? Wow, they moving fast. Use paint? I don't know how to use paint. Might have to fill it out after. I guess I can figure out how to use paint. But no, I'm watching Eula. What is that? Is that her new Ascension drop? Does she not get a song? She's a 5-star, so she should get a song for her trailer, but this is just generic Monstadt music. So what I thought
You
was...
want to learn some Favonia's blade work?
Ooh, I like that voicing.
All right then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you all right.
Oh.
Mark my words.
Okay, that was a little Lisa
Introducing
right there.
our new playable character, Eula, captain of the Knights of Favonius Reconnaissance Company. She carries a cryovision and elegantly wields her frosty claymore.
Yeah, the way she handles her weapon is truly amazing. Like, she even did a cartwheel with her sword. No wonder she's called the Spindrift Knight.
The Spindrift
Her
Knight,
combat
that's cute.
style really stands out.
Forget fighting. Her style is more like dancing or gymnastics.
Yeah, like she
Seriously,
dances.
she
She
doesn't
does
move like
dance.
other Claymore
That's why
wielders
they
at
gave
all.
her a dance
Her
pose.
motions are way lighter
That makes
and
sense.
more
It makes
fluid.
hella sense.
Perhaps that's a result of the training passed down through her aristocratic bloodline.
Aristocratic bloodline. Tell me about
She's a descendant
that.
of the family that was once overthrown by the Knights of Favonius, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not just nobility, a royal
I'm
family,
sensing
the
a complex
Lawrences.
backstory here. Now the question comes, why would she be serving in the Knights of Favonius?
I don't know. For revenge? Maybe. I
Even
don't know.
her costume looks
Well,
like
yes,
a dancer's
and
leotard. That was
Although Eula
very
often talks
definitely
about
her
taking
inspiration.
revenge on others, she doesn't seem to mean it for real. As strange as it sounds, it's just her own way of expressing care for other people. Let's have a look at her skills, shall we?
Yes, please.
With
Alright.
her elemental skill, Ice
I'm not
Tide
here for
Vortex,
skills, so I'm going to use this to
flashes
talk about
with
Eula.
healing
Because I had
powers.
a couple of impressions just from the
Elemental skill has different effects
beginning,
depending on
the
whether you
beginning,
tap or hold the skill button.
Ooh, interesting. Tell us
the
more.
trailer that I got all
When
happy
tapping
about.
the elemental skill, Eula gains a stack of
She
Grim
said,
Heart,
but
giving
you've
her
never been treated as a
Grim Heart
pariah.
increases
And
Eula's
I have
defense
been wondering,
and
like,
resistance to an
as nobility, when the nobility was corrupt, would she be treated with prejudice or as a pariah by the people of Monstadt? And I actually decided no. I figured Monstadt is all about freedom. They're going to judge people as they are and not for their past. That seems like a Mondstadt style approach. But that line right there, but you've never been treated as a pariah, says that actually she is, unless I'm misremembering what the word pariah means. Someone correct me if I'm saying something stupid right now. But that means she is treated differently for being a descendant of the Lawrence clan. A sinful descent, yeah. So, I like that. That adds some... There's still prejudice about it 1,000 years later. And it's affecting her today.
It's like mixing opposites.
Right? But it's somehow fitting for her character, you know? A noble heir who joins the family's arch-enemy, who moves elegantly but causes violent explosions, who manipulates cryo-element but is called the Spindrift Knight. She's full of
Oh yeah,
contradictions.
she does fit.
Nice, Sarah. That's pretty deep.
Thanks.
I like that. She fits
Hey, why don't we
our
take a look at our
cryo-
next new playable
our
character in version
criteria for
1.5?
cryo.
Sounds good.
Need a cure for insomnia? Let me read you the history of the development of Liyue's legal system. None of my friends have ever lasted longer than 20 minutes.
The other new playable character in version 1.5 is Yenfei, a legal advisor active in Liyue
Wait.
Harbor. She's a catalyst wielder and holds a pyro
Pyro, right? Okay.
Interestingly
okay.
enough, she
For
happens to
some
be
reason
part
in the trailer
illuminated
they showed
beast.
her. Wait.
Oh, just like Ganyu.
In the trailer, I thought they showed her with the cryo thing. I was like, wait, how are you cryo if we're already getting a cryo person? That didn't make sense.
Wait, I thought those were
I had a big dumb moment.
No.
Oh, her ears?
No, those are the symbol of her illuminated beast heritage.
Okay, so
Another
question.
illuminated
Would that
beast
mean
hybrid.
She knows
Okay.
Rex Lapis then? Or would she be bound by a contract with Morax in some way?
You mean like as a legal advisor for the god of contracts?
That would be quite the big title, but yeah, something like that.
Even
Well,
Morax
imagine
doesn't
being
have
that.
command of all the illuminated beasts. Yenfei is one of the few that didn't sign a contract with him.
Oh, gotcha. Thank
why
you,
is
Cor.
that?
She was born in a peaceful era. Therefore, there was no need for her to fight in any cruel wars like her predecessors. Interestingly, as a free illuminated beast, she's put herself in a profession where her job is to interpret laws and help others deal with conflicts and disputes.
Okay, so her work is all related to contracts, right? Because I know I saw some sort of gigantic pyro
I love how
stamp slamming down
playful
when
she is.
attacks.
Look at how
You know,
she
like the
moves.
kind of
It's
thing
very
you'd see used to
hoot-hally, you
stamp
know?
a
She's just
contract.
having fun.
Mm-hmm. You are correct. Both her normal attack, her elemental skill signed edict,
She's like a
and her
grown-up
elemental
Klee in
burst
how she
done
moves. It's
deal
so cute.
grant her scarlet seals, which decrease Yenfei's stamina consumption. But these scarlet seals are not the big seal you saw.
Oh, so the scarlet seals must have been all those little red markings floating around her.
That's right. When she uses her charged attack, Yenfei consumes all scarlet seals, which in turn increase her charged attack's area of effect and damage.
Oh, so that's what I saw.
It sure was. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is that Eula and Yenfei have some special connections to one another.
What would a night in Monstadt have to do with a legal advisor in Liyue Harbor?
Sounds like a mystery.
Yes, indeed. One which the travelers will get to discover on their own.
Leave it to me.
Rude.
All right, so that means I need to go analyze that later,
Oh,
see
yeah,
if there were hints
right.
that I've missed regarding it.
Oh, you two. And that's all the
He
latest we
sounded
have on the
so
new characters.
unexcited there.
Wait a minute. Didn't you forget something?
It's like,
I
oh,
don't think
you
so.
two.
You know, I have a pretty good memory, Zach.
Zach was gonna ask where we'll get to pull these adorable new characters from, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that. All in
Wait,
good time.
where we pull
Right
them
now
from?
Seems to be a good time for us to give away our first redemption
Okay,
code.
Oh, now?
Like I said, you never know when they'll appear.
Can someone
Precisely.
drop the code
first code will
in
be
chat
unearthed
too?
in 3, 2, 1.
They have to be scripted, yeah. I agree. They have to be scripted. I'm waiting for my code in chat just as much as anyone else. Because I'm gonna have to like close the screen to go get to it. Look how pretty he is. Hi. I question myself every day on where my loyalties truly lie in this game. Thank you. Is this one? Oh good, I'm already logged in. I hate logging into things. What? Do. I will ignore pressing concerns for the only reason that like if I have to log into it, I will ignore it. Even if it's like a legal requirement that I do it. The things that I ignore are always blocked by a login, and it's so stupid. I just need to type 2 things in a box, but I hate logging into things.
Seems only fitting to collect
Oh,
some
that wasn't
rewards
long.
Before
Okay.
we talk about event wishes in version 1.5.
Yeah.
All right. I
Okay,
know you guys are
banners.
anxious to hear more. In version
Wait.
1.5, the 2 5-star characters Zhongli and Eula will appear successively in their own separate event wishes.
Many of the players have been waiting
So-
for Zhongli's return, and it's finally
So
happening.
Zhongli's first.
The players
Shit.
have been waiting. I've been waiting.
Shoot.
Okay, to elaborate,
Oh, it's the
Yenfei
same
will
codes?
be featured in Zhongli's
Huh.
event wish, Gentry of Hermitage. The exact dates and durations for the event wishes will be officially announced later. Aside from the new characters, a new 5-star weapon and 2 sets of new artifacts will also be released in version 1.5.
Okay, show me which weapons. Which weapons?
Very cool.
Song of Broken
new claymore
Pines.
looks
I haven't
pretty
heard of
ornate.
this
It
one.
Sort of reminds me of the 5-star bow Elegy for the End from version 1.4.
Oh, good observation. Now, this new 5-star claymore
If those
is
are
called
in a set.
Song of Broken Pines, and it has a physical damage bonus.
That's
Probably
quite a poetic name too. I wonder if it belongs to the same series as
an
Elegy for the
HP
End.
set? Ooh, I might want this for
Perhaps,
Zhong, right?
And there may even be a hidden story behind them.
Ooh, I already feel a story coming.
Okay,
whenever
okay.
Keith even mentions
Event.
the word story,
Mond
I just wanna
event.
break out the
It's how we're
popcorn.
gonna get weapons, right?
I know exactly what you mean.
Special
Let me
weapon
guess,
with a
it's
story.
very epic and long story.
Ah, yes, a very long story.
You guys really have big imaginations, you know that? Look, aside from the weapons, there will be 2 sets of new artifacts for players to collect. Tenacity of the Millilith and Pale Flame.
Both
awesome. Where
of
can we
which
get them?
are
If past updates
fascinating.
are any indication, my bet would be that they'll
Thank
be
you
in
for
a
the
new
sub,
domain.
Choco.
And that is correct. The new domain, Ridgewatch, will be available to travelers after the version update. Now, it's located in the mountainous area that connects
It's
Monstadt
not
and
in the
Liyue.
chasm.
Finally, we're getting a teleport waypoint there. That's
It's
always
not in the
been a wonderful
chasm!
player's
Whoa! That's
Yeah,
not what I
bet
expected
a lot of
at
people
all.
have used their portable waypoints to get there. Now we can save those for
Wait,
some
does
other
this
places.
mean no chasm this
In
series?
addition to the new
This
gear,
one?
some new
No chasm this
storylines will be
time?
released too. After the version 1.5 update, Diona's Hangout event and Act 2 of Noelle's Hangout event will be available for players to enjoy.
Act 2 with Noelle? That is so sweet. I really love the Hangout memory illustrations with Noelle.
Okay, but that's not the only Act 2 we're getting in version 1.5.
Ooh.
Act 2 of Zhongli's story quest will be released in the update as well, followed by Eula's own story
So
quest.
bad.
Wow, I already can't wait to
I
see
know
more
I
of
should be
Zhongli's
interested in
storyline.
this one, you know?
Can you
This
tell
one
us
is
more about
gonna
what's
tell me
happen,
about
Keith?
history.
Well, as you saw in the trailer, the dragon Azdaha, who seems to have some,
No!
let's say, history with Zhongli, will be making an appearance in Zhongli's story quest.
Sounds interesting, but who exactly is this Azdaha?
It's
It
part
was
of
mentioned
his
in the
story
about the nameless
quest.
treasure. Seems like Mr. Zhongli's past is finding its way back to him.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
I want
And
it.
meeting those who share the memory leaves an indescribable feeling.
I wanted it to be separate so we could have two.
You guys. Okay, in a word,
I'm really
Azdaha
disappointed.
is going to play an important role in Zhongli's story quest. And the disturbance it causes will also pose a serious threat to Liyue. Furthermore, this dragon will become a weekly boss. So,
Okay, at
let's
least he's
take
a weekly
closer
boss.
Look at it in battle.
But god damn it! We are going to learn about the ley lines though, and that's important. It's always important to understand more about the ley lines. They're going to be part of the fundamental truth of the world.
All right then.
I don't know. It actually looks kind of cute.
Uh-oh, Sarah wants a new pet now.
Yeah, kind of cute, like it's gonna rip off
Kinda
my head.
cute.
No, I mean it's got that little cute smirk happening.
Okay, wait.
Kind of cute.
Over the long
Right?
years of
And
his
Anne
imprisonment,
thought
his
the
power has slowly dissipated. He has also become disfigured from the various kinds of erosion he has been subjected to.
a most awe-inspiring individual.
And the faint rattling of this Dragon Lord's shackles and his deep, angry growl,
Beneath the
something.
tree, or as it's called, the Dragon Queller, is the cavern
Dragon
Azdaha
Queller.
sealed away.
This new monster reminds me of Geobishops.
Absolutely. They have plenty of similar traits. As a boss, Azdaha can change its element, hence the different colors you see on its body.
It seems like when it switches its element, the surroundings in the domain change too.
That's really cool.
Looks like there will be a variety of conditions for us to deal with.
Ooh, are you excited, Zach?
Well, with all the lessons I've learned from fighting Geobishops, I'm confident that I can crush this Lord of Bishops.
Good luck, Zach. You're the man. Okay, the next new monster we're about to meet will be a new member of the hypostasis family, the cryohypostasis. Let's see it in action.
I wonder why a hypostasis. Like, couldn't they come up with something more exciting? I guess I don't hate the cubes. I don't hate the cubes. Oh, I can turn it back off. Sorry, my bad.
When the cryohypostasis reaches low HP, it enters a shield
So
to
where
protect
is this
itself
one?
and
Is this
recover
one
from
gonna
the
be in
damage.
Monstadt?
In the meanwhile, it attacks its enemies.
Which means
Or
us.
Dragon Spine. No,
Huh,
Dragon
but
Spine makes sense.
It seems like we'll never
Dragon
be able to
Spine,
finish it
right?
off if we can't break the shield. So how can we take its shield down?
Oh yeah, I
I
see.
know
I
the
saw the
answer to
Dragon
this
Spine
one.
thingy.
Travelers will need
Sorry,
to
the
figure it out
video's
on their
going
own
up
in
and down
version
because I'm trying to turn it
1.5.
up for the like the
With that,
videos and
the
then down when I
apprentice
want to
has become the
talk.
master. Yes, you are getting the idea. And there's one other new enemy we're going to see in version 1.5.
So
Perhaps
Dayleth.
you two remember the Abyss
The other
Herald we
ones?
encountered in version 1.4?
Abyss Herald?
Oh, you mean that
Hello?
gigantic blue dude that works for me?
Well, technically,
That works
he
for
would
me?
be my gigantic blue dude if you are the traveler.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Seriously, do you guys bicker about everything?
Yes?
Anyway, it turns out that another one of the Abyss Order's elite monsters will be making a debut in version 1.5. The Abyss Lecter. Let's take a look,
Oh, that's
shall
the
we?
Electro one, right? That's the Electro one, I think. Floaty boy.
Okay, one thing to be noted is that some of the Abyss Lecter's attacks will decrease characters' elemental energy once they hit their
Oh, I
opponents.
hate those.
So
No.
be sure to dodge those.
Only it was that easy.
Fuck.
Okay, all right, Zach, I know you well enough. What are you thinking about over there?
Well, the Abyss Herald we met before was like an assassin, whereas this Abyss Lecter we see now seems more like a mage. The Herald could manipulate the Hydro element, while the Lecter manipulates the Electro element. Now that I think about it, what if I could put them on my team?
Well, I mean, yeah, practically
The
speaking,
Evangelists?
that would make a very good team.
Well, that
Uh-oh,
could
is
be
it
what the
still
lost sibling
broken?
was thinking.
I'm sure the lost sibling said,
I will have order.
and now we have the Abyss Order.
Well, that's
it
everything we have for our
back?
new monsters. So next, we will get a peek of an all-new permanent feature called Serena Teapot,
Okay.
which will be available starting in version 1.5.
Okay, so wait. Quick pause. These are the evangelists and scholars of the Abyss. Their violent lightning strikes the hearts of unbelievers with dark wisdom, warped by the shadowy depths of an eternal night. Its violent glow proclaiming the existence of a great power that corrodes human intellect.
5. Zach, I'll
Interesting,
leave this part to you.
intriguing.
Got it. After we help the city get through its crisis, the Adepti of Liyue have taken note of our
Okay,
hard
so we
work.
get this after
Knowing we
Zhongwei's
are
story
outlanders
quest.
who often camp out in the wilds, they decided to give us a Serena Teapot as a gift.
Camping in the wilds? Zach, we never camp.
Yeah, we just
We never camp.
keep adventuring through the night.
Yeah. Serena Teapot. I like the name. So, is this Serena Teapot sort of like Madame Ping's magical teapot?
Yeah, it's what's known as a realm within.
Ooh, it sounds exciting. That was really nice of them. I hope it wasn't too difficult to make.
Well, the Adepti of Liyue
So,
are
do we
mighty
have any
illuminated
indication
beings with
of
great power.
Yanfei
Creating a
appearing
realm
in
within is
stories,
nothing
or
but
is
creating a
she
little trinket.
just kind of a
Keith, you sound so cool.
You
anyways,
sound cool.
Oh, thanks. Let's take a closer look inside this so-called teapot.
I like it when the banner
For
characters,
starters,
get
there
fitted
are
in
3
somehow.
different realm
But I
layouts
haven't
for us to
seen
choose
any
from.
entry point for
Floating
Yanfei
Abode,
yet.
Emerald Peak, and Cool Isle.
Wow, so this is what the Adepti would consider just a trinket?
Inside the realm, you'll
We've
find
been
Tubby,
gifted
a
an
teapot
abode.
spirit who manages all the general affairs in
We
the realm
literally
within.
have an abode.
Just like a butler.
Oh my gosh, Tubby is so round and cute! I love it!
Is the Abyss, does it
And
have
plays
its own
an important
religion?
role in our realm too. When we raise its trust rank, it will give us some rewards and unlock new features for our realm. For example, the 3
I think
different
a
realm
little
layouts
bit.
will have to increase our
I want to
trust
say
rank
yes and
if
no.
we want to unlock them all.
It's
Okay,
a
so
counter.
If I
It's
rub
going to
Tubby,
directly
will it
oppose
grant
the
me
religion
3
of
wishes?
Celestia.
What are you talking about? Tubby's not a genie.
Okay.
Looks like
I
a
was
genie.
Just thinking, magic lamp, magic teapot. So anyway, how do we increase trust rank with Tubby then?
Whenever we
Trust
create
rank?
new furnishings, Tubby's trust increases. Moreover, with the help of the teapot spirit, we'll collect various blueprints from different sources. Once we've
And these are
collected the
all open
necessary
world
materials for
collectibles,
creating
right?
furnishings,
Yeah, okay,
we can
okay.
make
So
those
we'll want to go
furnishings
back
in
to
the
exploring
Serena
open
Teapot
world again.
and use them to decorate our home. Of course, we can also buy some furnishings directly from Tubby.
Good. I'd like an ornate glazed lily patterned incense burner.
Really? That's super specific.
Of course you do.
Well,
of course
I'm a
you do.
super specific
You,
guy.
you know what?
Anyway,
That's cute.
This Serena Teapot will be a
You know
large
his
personal
story?
realm that players may manage. They can take
His
their time
story
considering how to
is
decorate
all
the
like,
space
yes, Mr.
and
Zhongli
can
is
fill it with the things
particular
they
about
like to make it
everything.
feel like home.
I see. Okay, then let's prepare some Radiant Grade Noctilucus Jade for starters.
Okay,
Oh
first
my
of all,
God,
your
the
standard
simp
of
levels
home
are too
is
high.
way too high.
And that's wrong because...
It's not wrong. You do you.
I mean, you know what? You do you. You do
Oh
you.
my God.
Yeah, totally. Well, if we are short of
Right,
any
yeah, so this
practical
seems
decoration
like
ideas,
getting us
we
to
can
go back
also
to
apply
open world
enter our friends'
exploding,
realms for some
exploring,
inspiration.
right?
We can just stop by
Open
for a
world
visit and snap some
exploration.
nice photos.
Ooh, that means we can throw parties in our personal realms. That'll be so fun.
Oh,
Are
thank
gonna
you,
put
Gore.
me
I
on
think
your
that's a
ultra
great, like,
exclusive guest list, Zach?
that's a great way of putting it.
Nope.
I wouldn't call it its own
Just
religion,
kidding.
as in their own deity.
You know, we're going from roughing it in the wild to luxurious house parties. I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah, and the realms seem very large, too.
Large enough to unleash
Here's
your
what it is.
imagination.
It's
Yeah,
going
we can
to
create
be
views
based on the
outside the
same,
house
like,
and
you know,
arrange the layouts of
characters as
furnishings.
the people
And as we
in
put more furnishings
Celestia's
into the
religion,
Serenity
but it's going to
Teapot, our
praise
adeptal
whatever the
energy
evil that
increases,
Celestia
enabling
states
the
is.
realm to
So if
produce more realm
Celestia says
currency.
it's
So more
evil,
furnishings
the Abyss
increase
is going to
adeptal
praise
energy.
it. So same like
I like the
religion
sound of
set,
it.
but opposing
I knew
views.
you'd like that.
So with this new realm currency you mentioned comes a new way of exchanging it, I suppose?
That's right. We can exchange realm currency for a variety of materials and rewards. And sometimes a
Oh,
teapot
okay.
traveling
So you
salesman
do
carrying
want your
realm treasures might appear.
house
So
to
be sure to check it
benefit
out.
you in
Noted.
Overworld.
Whew,
That
there's already
is
a lot on
fascinating. That's a
everyone's
good
to-do list for this
call.
feature.
And there might be even more to come in the
Because
future.
now, like, people
Let's
will
wait and
care
see what
about
the
it in
Serenity
order to
Teapot
get
brings for us in
the
store together.
character ascension kind of
I
stuff,
will,
or character
and in the
leveling stuff.
meantime, I will stuff my realm with satisfying furnishings.
All right,
Oh my
just
God.
please don't make Tubby work too hard.
I won't, and as always, I'm sure the travelers.
All
will
right, they
cover my
done good with
expenses.
this. They done
Huh?
good.
Wait-
I
wait
was
a
not a
minute. What?
believer.
Can we even afford
I
that?
am
Well,
now.
I mean, with the two of you together, you might be able to cover it.
I don't have
I
any.
don't think so.
Okay, I'm just kidding. You should have seen your faces right then.
Anyways, that's all the news we have for the upcoming Serenity Teapot feature. In the next section, we'll get to learn about some exciting events that will be exclusive to version 1.5.
Okay.
But now it seems
events.
about time to give away our second redemption
Second
code.
code.
More
All right, I really want to go
Practically
back.
speaking, the faster you act, the better.
Goodies inbound in 3, 2, 1.
There is a little part of me. Oh, shoot. I forgot to go back to multi-stream. I'm sorry if I've been missing many questions. But no, it looks like we're good. Can I copy from here? I can. Thank you, Eduardo. Gimme. Redeem successful. Okay. But yeah, I just really want to go rewatch that trailer. Because there's stuff to dig into there. What I'm hearing though is they haven't announced Chasm yet, and I feel like they would have just... They would have started with that if it was there, right? I feel like the fact we haven't heard of Chasm yet means it's not coming. And that's confusing to me, because why is it tenacity for the Millilith, which is all about...
Welcome back, adventurers.
That's
It's
all
time
about
to
the
unveil
Millilith in the
special events
Chasm.
coming in version 1.5.
So why is that
Yes,
being
I'm
offered
ready.
in a Monstadt domain?
Okay,
That makes
so
no
first
sense.
on the list is an event called Energy Amplifier Initiation. In this event, a Sumeru researcher will ask us to gather Irminsul fruit fragments. For a
Oh?
time, we'll be entrusted with a mysterious ancient relic. the
Holy
Energy
shit!
Amplifier. With this relic, we can unleash the power of the fragments we collect.
Wait,
During
this
the
is
event,
more
this
Dragon Spine
energy
shit. This is
amplifier
World
will
Tree
grant us
shit.
some effects in combat.
So it really is literally amplifying our abilities. Speaking of ancient relics, I feel like Mr. Zhongli would know something about that.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking at me for? You know I'm not really Zhongli, right?
Oh,
But I do
Oh.
have some insight on the energy amplifier. For one, there are variations of how you can configure the fragments into
Oh
the
my
energy amplifier.
god.
One variable, motive force, affects how many fragments one can configure. The higher the sum of your character's levels, the higher motive force you can provide to the energy amplifier.
What do you mean by both interact with
higher
Ruin
motive
Guards?
force,
What do the
players will
Fatui
be
do
able
with
to
Ruin
equip
Guards?
more high-quality fragments to strengthen their team.
what if I don't have enough characters at higher levels?
As always, Zach, that's where your friends come in. You can borrow up to 3 characters from your friends to increase your motive force. You got that, Zach?
Oh, friends. Yeah, got it. So the question then is, how do we gather all the fragments?
There are plenty of fragments spread
Okay,
all
so they're
over the map.
not
We'll
in
search for the fragments in
Dragonspine.
places of interest throughout the open world.
But it won't be easy to get treasures
Places
as
of
powerful
interest.
as Irminsul fruit fragments.
Okay,
Players will
so
have to
are
get rid of
these
any
the
trouble circling around the
collectible?
fragments
This is the
before they're
collectible.
able
I
to
forget who
collect them.
asked if we were gonna have one.
That makes sense.
That makes a lot of
And
sense.
we'll also be
Oh,
able
the
to
toy
enter something
factory.
called
Yes,
Twisted
thank you.
Realm in the later
Ching.
phase of the event.
Twisted Realm. So yeah,
Sounds like a teapot
we are
gone
learning
wrong.
all
Not
about
exactly.
the ley
There are
lines.
4
That's
domains in the
beautiful.
Twisted
That's
Realm, and
excellent.
each has different bizarre twists. We'll be able to select the difficulty and conditions for the domains we enter, just as in the previous Hypostatic Symphony event. Of course, higher difficulties will grant better rewards.
Okay, so this
So
will be one
the
for players who are
down low
looking for
on
some serious
Irminsul
challenges.
is that, you know,
And
the
I should mention that
frost-bearing
a
tree we
contract
have
with
in
Diona,
Dragonspine,
the bartender
it
of
is a
Monstadt, will be
remnant
one of the various
of...
rewards from the event shop.
It is a
Cool.
remnant
It
of the
sounds like
world
we can
tree.
add it
The
to our
world
team
tree
by
was
participating in
named
all kinds of
Irminsul,
activities from the
and
event.
it was destroyed when the
right,
Skyfrost
sure.
nail dropped.
Our next event to introduce is called Battlefront Misty Dungeon.
Huh? This
An
sounds like a
alarm went
completely
off and I
different kind of
completely
game.
In this
lost my
event,
train
there
of
will be
thought.
6 themed trials for us to complete. And we'll
Irminsul
only
is the
be
world
able to
tree.
choose
When
characters from
Skyfrost
a
nail
set
dropped,
pool
it was
of trial
destroyed.
characters from the event.
But
Throughout
a
the trials,
fragment
our
of it
team will
survived,
perform
and
any
now
elemental resonance.
the frostbearing
And
tree
food,
is the
potions, and
surviving
accessories
fragment
will
of
also
it.
not
So
be
it's all we
accessible.
have left of the world tree
Well,
that
that sounds
powers the
tough.
ley lines and the domains and
For
all
each
of that.
trial, we can preview the monsters we'll be encountering,
So-
along with some corresponding tips and tasks.
Irminsul lore is going to be ancient. That's going to tell us stuff about, you know, origins, fundamental laws of the world. And I'm always interested in hearing about the ley lines. So the fact that they're name dropping Irminsul in this event under the guise, or, you know, like for a Sumerian researcher, really hoping we get new world tree
There
lore.
are benediction mechanics with the trials, which allow players to obtain certain bonus effects and make it easier to complete the trials.
At the same time, there are also some automated weapons systems that will detect and attack any intruders. Players will need to use the appropriate reactions to temporarily disable these devices.
Yeah, I wonder why they didn't
Definitely
name
gonna
it
have to use our heads to
Yggdrasil,
get the right strategy.
especially because
And with rewards like Primogems,
they've
Flora,
used
and
other
materials of
names
looting, it was
related to
definitely worth a
Yggdrasil
shot.
lore, like Dainsleif,
Primogems? Oh, I'm in.
Dainsleif
next
and
event is called
Dvalin,
Mimi
and I
Tomo.
think maybe Durin are all names from
You nailed
the
it.
Norse
This event
mythology
is
of
about a
Yggdrasil.
certain unusual hilly churl we might encounter in various
So the fact
locations.
that they don't call Irminsul
The
Yggdrasil
one
is
that throws
interesting.
Primogems at players, right?
Okay, to viewers
I wonder
who
if
are
there's any
searching for where you
etymology
can
to
find
that.
this unusual hilly trail right now, just know you can't actually use the Primogems it throws. at you.
Recent
Lately,
disturbances.
this unusual hilly churl has been stirring up trouble on the merchant routes.
Churls.
It's time for us to teach it a lesson.
But this hilly churl is not an easy one to trace.
So,
So
we very
need to
much want
borrow some
Hilichurl
help from
lore.
an expert.
Because
Perhaps
we
you
need to
remember
know.
the Hilichurlian expert Ella Musk.
Oh,
Yeah,
excellent.
mean that
Good.
little
You know, I've
girl
never
right
gotten
there?
her commissions. It makes
So
me real
it's
sad.
time for her to teach us a lesson.
Yeah, we'll be utilizing the handy handbook of Hilichurlian from her to communicate with other Hilichurls for intel. on
Okay,
the
this is
whereabouts of
cool.
this
I'm looking
unusual
forward to
Hilichurl.
this.
That seems like fun, but I'm not sure I can memorize that much Hilichurlian.
So I'm not
Would
sure
you write it
how
down,
much
Zach?
we're gonna learn from
Or
this.
you can take a
But
screenshot.
remember during our conquest we pointed out that
The only question now
that
is,
was 500 years
how
ago.
reliable is this handy handbook of Hilichurlian?
But the
After all,
archive
there's a
says
disclaimer
that
in its
we
title page saying it cannot be held
that
responsible
Hilichurls
for any
have been around
consequences
for
of its
at least 1,000 years, maybe longer, right?
So you're saying it could potentially do more harm than good?
If that's the case, we'll have to persuade the Hilichurls by physical means.
Ooh, now that's what I'm talking about. We could be quite persuasive that way.
That wouldn't be persuasion.
Wait, now I'm confused. We're talking about bribing them with some apples or something, right? Like that type of.
If we could learn more Hilichurl language, I would count this as a win.
And
But
now
that's
you're
all
making
I'm
me feel
really
like I'm a bad
expecting it.
person.
Anyway, players will gain some furnishing blueprints,
A mini
primogems, and
Tomo.
other rewards from the event. So be sure not to miss out on this one.
Leeway style furnishings.
Our next event
Excellent.
is simply
Important.
called Wind Trace. Personally, I'd like to call it hide and seek.
All right, sounds fun.
Mond
And
event?
in case you're
Give me
wondering,
a Mond event?
wind trace actually originates from when ancient nobles were hunting for rebels in Monstadt.
Oh.
Okay. Now things are starting to sound a little bit scary.
No worries, Zach. Today it's transcended from its dark history,
Oh,
passing
yeah.
down only the names of the two
lore
sides,
from the nobility
hunter
era?
and rebels.
Is that they were called, the
So
nobles
what
were
does
called
a round of
hunters
wind
because they would
trace
hunt
look
down
like?
the rebels.
I'm glad you
I was
asked
like,
that.
I'm imagining
Players
most
will be
dangerous
playing in
game
contested
status, you
zones.
know?
They will be
Like,
allocated
oof.
one of the two sides, the hunter or the rebels. The rebels hide and the hunter seeks. But there's more to it than just that. The rebels can use their windward arts to disguise themselves, place bait, or temporarily enter a hidden state.
Oh, this seems pretty
Alright.
fun. This seems
Sounds
like a really cool
interesting.
minigame.
How about the hunter? What can they do?
The hunter can use various arts to detect the location of the rebels and disable their tricks and disguises.
So, the two sides are really going at it then.
Yeah, and during the game, favors will descend upon the area at random, and both sides can pick up these favors to help charge up their own so-called secret favor.
There are 5 contested zones in the open world, so those who are familiar
Okay.
with all the areas and terrain will have some advantages.
Good news for those
Oh,
treasure
so we're
chest
playing hide
hunters
and
out there.
seek in the open
Yeah.
world.
Players will obtain wind trace coins from the event and unlock a variety
Thank you
of
for the
rewards,
follow.
including a
I'm
wind
gonna say
trace themed
Leviticus
name card.
Maximus.
But if you play the game in co-op
Glad
mode
you're
with
having
your
a good time.
friends, or if you've already reached the daily limit of obtainable
my
wind trace
coffee.
coins, then you won't be able to gain any more.
Ah, I see.
I hope you'll all enjoy this little game. Our final event is called Overflowing Mastery.
Yo, all right,
We've
I'm
had
down.
Leyline overflow before,
Nice
right?
and simple.
That's right.
Simple
Only
and
this
clean.
time, we will have doubled talent level up materials. During
And
the
I
event,
need
we
those.
will
I
have
need
3
those so
chances
very
daily
much.
To collect double rewards using original resin from selected domains
Okay,
of mastery.
so I'm not.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time we'll have an event that doubles
Yeah,
talent level up materials. That's huge.
Exactly.
I'm gonna try
So
a
if you
different
need to grind for
multi-streaming
talent
tool.
level
I
up
just didn't have a
materials,
chance to set
this
it
will
up in
be your
time for
chance.
today. I made an account
bet
and everything. I'm
everybody's gonna
hoping
love
it's
that.
multi-streaming that's
All right,
causing
that's about all
one
we
thing
have for the
to
special events in
set
version
up at a time.
1.5.
So hopefully
As
a new
always, the
restreaming
last
should
part of our
fix that.
version
But
previews
thanks
will
for
be
moving
regarding
over.
new optimizations and adjustments coming to the game. Keith, would you like to explain the coming changes for version 1.5 to our viewers?
Sure thing. Starting from version 1.5, the cost of original resin to claim rewards.
I'm
for the
turning
first
this
3
down
weekly
because I'm not
bosses
super
will be
interested in the
reduced
game,
from
the
60 to
mechanics
30.
improvements.
Okay.
Especially
that's
because
half
this
Yeah,
resin
and
decrease,
we'll have a total of 4
it's like
weekly
we're
bosses.
getting new
So that means
bosses.
we'll be
So in
able to claim
exchange
rewards from
for
all the weekly
the
bosses
new
using a single
Azdaha,
day's resin.
oh, Azdaha,
And
is that how
we'll
he
even
pronounced
have
it?
10
The new
original resin left
Azdaha
over.
boss is that
You out, Sarah.
we have like we spend less
Next,
on each
after the
one,
version
but we still have
update,
another one to
character
do, right?
companionship
You know?
experience gained while playing in team with other players in co-op mode will be doubled.
The
So, if you
oldest
want to accelerate
settlement
our
we know
friendship
of?
with some
Ooh,
characters
Gore,
and
which one
learn
are you
more about
talking
their
about?
stories,
What's our
we can
oldest
defeat bosses or
oldest
clear
settlement?
domains with
Oh,
other
Leeway,
players in
right?
co-op
Leeway?
Oh yes. No need to remind me on the importance.
Because we do
of
have a
friends
lot
again.
older ruins, but I don't think we have older
Need
like
some more
act
of those.
settlements
The
with
third
active people
optimization
living
will
in
be
them or
about
people
mail
actively
alerts
living in
for when
them.
events are ending. After the version update, Genshin Impact will send mail alerts to players before any limited time events end.
Oh, that
Yeah,
okay, I need
considering
that.
all the unique
That helps me a
gameplay and
lot.
Loads of rewards from those limited time events. It would be a pity to miss them.
I miss them all
For
the
players who are
time.
too busy to check the end time of each event, the mail alert will for sure come in handy.
Yeah, absolutely. Our last optimization, coming in version 1.5, will be about slimming down the game's overall size.
Oh,
that
that's
sounds kinda
nice.
Cool.
With this optimization,
is quite nice.
players can manage the voiceover files they've installed.
Oh wait,
If
but
you
I
no
need
longer
all
want
of
to
them.
keep the audio files
Oh,
for a certain
no.
language, you can delete the corresponding voiceover
The way to
files manually.
optimize the
And that audio pack will not
That's not gonna
update in
help me at
future
all.
version updates.
I absolutely
I imagine
require
it
every
could
voice
save quite a
line.
bit of space. I know audio files can be massive.
No.
Aw, but what if they decide to delete the English voiceovers?
No, don't delete us, please. Don't you want to hear more of me?
I'm sure that's useful for
Well,
somebody.
There's not much of us in there anyway.
Oh, well, okay, yeah.
I listen to
Guess it doesn't
Korean.
hurt that much when you put it that way.
No, it does hurt because Zhongli
Not
has
as
a lot
often
to
as the
say,
others,
so-
but I
so
do
please, keep,
now
keep
and
the
then.
English files.
If
Have
you
another
like us,
desk
then
kitten.
please keep
Desk
the
kitten
English
getting herself
voiceovers,
posted
everyone.
up.
And on that note, it's time to release the third redemption code to our loyal viewers.
Okay, third redemption code, and then we can go
Are you
rewatch
ready?
that trailer, right?
3, 2, 1, go!
I don't think I've properly expressed my disappointment that this is tied into Zhongli's story quest. I mean, benefit is that his story quest is apparently going to be like actually important. You know, the story quests so far have been very contained to, you know, it's very clearly a side quest. But like, other than that, like, it could have been a world quest or something. I don't know. It's gonna be super cool. It just means I only get to see Zhongli once, and that's really upsetting to me. They could have given me one more. It does have 5 parts, though, or something, right? No. I'm not gonna leave until it's over. I'm not gonna leave until it's over. But just, like, they said they were about done. So I really want to go rewatch that trailer. I stay, I keep watch. Like Razor, I keep watch.
Well, I hope everyone has caught all the codes, and I think it's about time to wrap up the show.
Whew, time really flew by.
Yeah, I know, right? How did you like your first special program, Sarah?
I've loved being here with you guys. It's so special and fun.
Okay, well, now you guys got me all excited. What's our
only
thingy?
For a little bit.
Come on.
I really hope that they'll invite me for more special programs in the future because this was super fun.
Yeah, I hope so too. And how about you, Keith? How did you like doing the special program?
Are you kidding? I love this. I mean, what's better than being able to make all of these announcements? I mean, everyone's so hyped to find out what's in store, and we get to be the people to share that with them, so it's amazing. Plus, I am looking forward to spending quite a bit of time in the Serena Teapot.
Oh, I'm a
me
bit
too.
behind? Okay.
All right.
I'll skip ahead to
Surprise for
live.
you. Check this out.
What are you? A site witnessed by all inbound travelers to Inazuma. I forgot that I got a little behind. Yo ho ho ho! Yo, that was cool. That was pretty rad. That looks gorgeous. Hello?
I think it's
Me for more special programs.
And we get to be the people to share that with them, so it's amazing. Plus, I am looking forward to spending quite a bit of time in the Serena Teapot.
Yeah, me too. All right, thanks for watching the Genshin Impact version 1.5 special program, everyone. And I hope you all have fun in your teapots.
Bye, everybody. See you in version
Okay, wait.
1.5.
I just want
Thanks
this.
for tuning in,
I
everyone.
want this.
Take care.
Bye.
Okay, you're cute. And then...
Are you still there?
You're
Yes.
so cute!
I was hoping you'd still be there
being
because
cute.
we have an extra special surprise for you. Check this out.
Alright, see, these are gonna be my new BRB screens. You know, I have my slideshow. These are gorgeous. I love concept art. This whole just like storybook style really does it for me. But this is rad. This is rad. They didn't do the teaser? Oh, okay, wait. How do I find the CN one? Do. Boop-a-doo. So this is the English one. Oh, here. CN one. Oh.
特别是将军大人喜欢的感觉会更好一些呢。此乃道西城天守。
Oh, so she's actually like talking us through it? Wait, this is just Yanfei.
战事而停歇，但其壮阔精巧，自百里外亦可尽览。此乃道西城天守，正是道七列岛之中最为尊崇者的居所。
Wait, this one?
将军大人于道七。
Oh no, you right.
服饰景色百千年依旧。
So is this supposed to be... This one's not bald though, she has the wrong coloring.
有没有萌生出想要来到期游历一番的愿望？
Oh.
到期诸岛期待旅者的到来哟，特别是想要
Okay, wait a
拜访
minute.
神大
No,
社
no,
的
no,
话
no, 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 never mind.
出发前记得要先准备好供奉哟。
That's a cute little wink.
这位狐狸小姐还是老样子，捉摸不定。好的，感谢八重神使带来的一手信息。不知道大家
So she's gonna
是
be
不是
in
脑海中
Inazuma?
又想起了种种风貌了呢？目前到期区域还在紧锣密鼓的开发中，在正式见面之前，希望大家能够耐心等待。我们之后也会为大家带来到期的相关体验，也期待着和旅行者们一起往新天地进发。那么
Wait. I'm so confused. Her name, she's not Guizhong. Luminous is saying it's, I don't want to mess up this pronunciation, but like Yegyuji. She's in Ayaka's voiceover. Wait, so is that an Inazuman character or a Liuean character? It felt like Inazuman, right? Because she was talking about Inazuma. I wonder, do you think they haven't hired the voice actor for that character in English yet, and that's why they didn't have it in the English one? I want to go. I want to rewatch this real quick. Where's the... Yeah, this one. I want to rewatch this real quick.
A child staggering in front of...
If it is fated, we will meet again.
We have the "we will be reunited" thing all the time, but this one's different. Do you think this one is between Azdaha and Ju? And then this looks like a special domain.
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess that could have been them. And there was a child staggering in front of them.
That creepy little girl, my god.
This is I, Azdaha, forged of elemental crystal. The enraged earth will not absolve you! Ah! You stand upon your tomb.
Quake! There is a fine line between good and evil.
This is order. It was humanity that attacked
Yeah,
the
I didn't
ley
like
lines
that
sustained
roar
me.
at
So
all.
here lies the wisdom of the gods. To dust! Attacks the ley lines that
Quake! There is a fine...
This is the line that I want to think about. The human corruption taxes the ley lines.
Fine line between good and evil.
This is order. It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me. So here lies the wisdom.
So here we have a really... Oh, yeah. Here we have a really common pattern, I guess, in stories about, an age of gods and an age of men, is that, humans, we destroy the world, we interrupt the natural order, and we force it into our own order. And that causes the supernatural, the fairies, the nymphs, the gods, the spirits, them to all suffer, them to all lose power, and usually their connectedness with the world is how they're sustained. So it's kind of like humans by nature kill off the supernatural or mystical species by virtue of destroying the natural order. So this feels like very much tying in or using that pattern where he says the humans are interrupting the ley lines of the world. And we have all of these ley line disorders. So I've been thinking of it as like Celestia and the ley lines not getting along, that it's the Order of the Seven that is interrupting the ley lines of the world, because I'm pretty sure Erminsul is anti-Celestia as well. But if they're going for humans, thank you for the follow, Laffy Laffa. Glad you're having a good time. But if we're going at this from the humans accidentally killing the gods and spirits angle, that disrupts that whole World Tree hates Celestia thing. So that's a different expectation that I've been working with, I guess is what I'm getting at there. So here lies the wisdom of the gods as a question. Interesting.
The gods to dust.
Hey, wait a minute. Does this count as martial arts? Ready for trial. Incinerate! Breath of the flame! Inadmissible evidence! Well, I guess I've mastered both the pen and the sword.
People tell me that if I just...
Oh, interesting. Okay, thank you, Luminous. I'm going to read this out loud. She currently has 2 names. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this stuff. But Ye Sakura and Ye Gyuji. And Gyuji is simply a title meaning high priest, which aligns with Ayaka's voice lines, calling her the High Mishakuji, who are deities or spirits for certain Japanese religions. So that ties into Zhongli saying that Yai is an old friend of him and Ball. That's really cool. I like that. Thank you. What if miners dig those roots? Oh my god, like honestly, that makes sense.
May find it easier to forgive me.
People tell me that if I just spoke more softly, people might find it easier to forgive me. But the only reason they think that way is because they've never been branded a pariah before. All right, so I'm getting
The only reason they think that way is because they've never been branded a pariah before.
So she probably has something of an acerbic personality because she doesn't speak softly enough.
Eye for an eye.
Inadmissible evidence. Yeah, that's pretty cute. I think I'm gonna like Yonsei. She seems like annoyed.
Vengeance will be mine.
She's so prim and proper. And then
This
I was super excited
serenity
about this,
pot
but we
is
went
all-
through it. Teapot. Okay. Pariah simply means outcast. All right, cool. That's what I thought. Yeah. So, I'm a little bit bummed. This is entirely my fault. But like, my Azdaha video comes out this weekend and they pretty much already said everything that was in the theory. So I needed to get that video out like a week ago. Whoopsies. I sat on that too long. But otherwise, I'm really excited about this. The housing system surprised me. I did not expect to be so excited about that, but that is going to give us a lot of gameplay. I am still astonished that there was no chasm. It makes no sense for tenacity of the Millelith to be dropped in Monstadt. What is that? What the hell is that about? That doesn't make no sense. That don't make no sense at all. I don't remember when they said that. I'm not going to try to go back to it. But tenacity of the Millelith in the area between Dragonspine and Monstadt feels wrong. It feels like there was something changed there. Maybe they planned to do Chasm and changed their minds after all of the leaks, perhaps? Because releasing Tenacity of the Millelith in Monstadt is bothering me. It's in the border of Monstadt and Liyue? Okay. I saw Dragonspine stuff. So it's just like right in between them. I guess that's fine. I guess that's satisfactory. They aren't ready to release Dendro. God damn it! I just wanted a new area to explore. I was so set on Chasm. Like, it didn't occur to me that Chasm wouldn't be there because, I mean, it did occur to me, but I thought it was super unlikely because we need a new area to explore. I can't believe they're making us wait another 2 months for the possibility of a new area to explore. What? How are we supposed to go a whole nother 2 months without a new explorable area? The Nazuma tease? The one at the end of here, right? We need to circle back to Mini Tomo and talk about the biggest reveal in this preview. Where was Minitomo? Did they end up timestamping this?
Once upon a time, two twins traveled.
I love how they open this by completely capitalizing on the fact that we all love to listen to Zhongli's storytelling. Is there a way to... No, there's not. I don't remember when Minitomo was. Oh. Are you Minitomo?
Our next event is called
Yeah,
Minitomo.
here it is.
Sounds Hilichurlian?
You nailed it. This event is about a certain unusual hilichurl we might encounter in various locations.
I see. The one that throws primo gems at players, right?
Okay, to viewers who are searching for where you can find this unusual hilichurl right now, just know you can't actually use the primo gems it throws at you.
Lately, this unusual hilichurl has been stirring up trouble on the merchant routes. It's time for us to teach it a lesson.
Like, this is the same unusual hilichurl we've had all along, right? He's just
we'll need to
in a
borrow
quest now.
some help from an expert. Perhaps you remember the hilichurlian expert Ella Musk?
Yeah, you mean
I'm really glad we're talking to her, though. This is great news
so
for me.
it's time for her to teach us a lesson.
Yeah. We'll be utilizing the handy handbook of hilichurlian from her to communicate with other hilichurls for intel on the whereabouts
I want
of
to pause
this
on
unusual
the. I want to
hilichurl.
pause on the handbook,
That
right?
seems like fun, but I'm not sure I can memorize that much Hilichurlian.
You can write it down, Zach.
Or you can take a screenshot.
Oh, yeah.
This hilichurl would like you to give this to him. Okay, so then we can
Screenshot.
consult the
Now
manual.
that's good advice.
The only question now...
oh, this is gonna be cute. People gonna have a good time for this. All right, muhe. Muhe is what we want, right, Katie? You will not generally hear hilichurls say that they like you, so translating this as want is sufficient. Okay. Oh, but they mentioned that it might be wrong.
Liable is this handy handbook of Hilichurlian.
I
After
think
all,
this
it
is
has
where
a
they say it.
disclaimer on its title page saying it cannot be held responsible for any consequences of its use.
Wait, so you're saying it could potentially
Unless
do more harm
Ella's
than good?
wrong.
If that's the case, we'll have to
Unless
persuade the hilichurls
the handbook's wrong.
by physical means.
Ooh, now that's what I'm talking about. We could be quite persuasive that way.
That wouldn't be persuasion.
Wait, now I'm confused. We're talking about bribing them with some apples or something, right? Like that type of persuasion?
Is
Oh,
unusual
apples.
hilichurl way stronger, or is this
Now
other
you're making me
nerf?
feel like I'm a bad person.
Anyway, players will gain some furnishing blueprints, primo gems, and other rewards from the event. So be sure not to miss out on this one.
Okay. So, no lava trails in Monstadt? That's a good question. I have no idea. Alright, this is going to be a bit of a disappointment, but I have to follow through. Everything about the chasm kills me. There's no possibility. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Dragonspine is in Mond, but functionally it is treated as its own character. Sorry, as its own region. So from like a gameplay standpoint, they didn't have any spawn in normal Mond. Oh, that would be cool from a story perspective if they said that Varka successfully killed them all. I'm gonna go back to background music. Alamusk has expressed her grievance with the handbook being wrong largely because there's relatively little research being done in hilichurls. And there should be more. Like, there's that open mystery on hilichurls that we started talking about earlier, that they were not they're not only from the Cataclysm. My best guess right now is that they're part of abyssal mutations. The way that Durin was abyssed by mutations, was mutated by the Abyss. Hilichurls are kind of abyssal monster in that they are mutated by the Abyss, whereas the Abyss Heralds, Lectors, Mages, all that, I feel like would be... Those were the ones who were cursed by Celestia into the Abyss. So there's the ones that come from abyssal corruption, and ones that come from the curse upon Conria. Sorry, I'm trying to fix that. The curse upon Conria. And that would explain, because we think that we have abyssal corruption from the Archon War too, that would be why hilichurls have always been around, but they became more prevalent during the Cataclysm because that's when the Abyss was flooding the land. Sucrose just has... Wait, what did I... Whoa. Sucrose has an amputated hilichurl leg? Oh my god. What? I didn't know about that one. That I did not know. That's crazy. I mean, most folks don't know that hilichurls are human, so Sucrose doesn't know what she's doing. I wish I didn't know, but... Anyway, so I was hoping that this would include some helpful information, but I kind of feel like no, since the unusual hilichurl doesn't feel like a canon thing. We might get some useful information about hilichurl society. Maybe that'll give us something about the ley lines, but I don't expect it to really be like mind-blowing explaining the hilichurls sort of thing. I forgot my posture check real fast. There we go. Posture rechecked. All right. Oh, I wanted to visit this real quick in my infinite sadness. We kind of don't know. All of my Chasm ones die. I should have just put that like the new artifact set has Millilith and has Pale Plume. That's what they should have been. Then I would have gotten those points. But I can't do anything with the Chasm ones. Can we just pretend I'm right? We do have a new Ascension drop. We do know that Azdaha is going to become a weekly boss in his cavern underneath the tree, so the big tree becomes a weekly boss. We also saw what looked like a special domain, but I feel like we need to wait to confirm this one. And then if it's going to pose a big danger to Liyue, which they did say, this one probably, but this one is super wrong. Mon sounded like a weapon set, but we have to wait for this to happen. And then Eula Banner wasn't even first. I was wrong about everything. I was wrong where it's undefined. Big sads. Oh, thank you, Vinicus. Vinicius, there we go. Thank you. I like them much better up there too. They were a last-minute addition last time where I was just experimenting with how to make them and I didn't plan to even show it. But then someone asked for it, so I'm like, all right, well, this was the experiment that I was doing right before I came on stream. So I fiddled with it and I like them much better up there. I almost just want to make it, you know, just the icons and then Wiggenwell once because I have the same name everywhere. But... I missed something about... Oh, bioalchemy. We do know there are multiple strains of alchemy, where Sucrose studies bioalchemy, which is the conversion of things. Thank you for the follow, Laviniuson. I like that. Cool. Where Sucrose says she studies bioalchemy because she's interested in changing life forms and kind of helping evolution, whereas Albedo is more concerned with the creation of life, which I guess, like, I would think also counts as bioalchemy, but Sucrose voice lines specifically say, like, that's separate from what she does. So I'm not sure what his is called. That's true. We've only seen it based on biology. And also elemental reactions. I feel like there's a lot of elemental influences, but there's also elemental life forms, so it's all fuzzy. But I think a permanent change in our worlds could happen involving the tree after Azdaha. Ooh. So I'm just hoping for an explosion. That's what it comes down to, is I'm hoping that there's a landslide, there's an earthquake that brings down a cliff or something. I want there to be some kind of change to the landscape. I don't know for sure. Like, it's possible that we get into Azdaha, there you go, Azdaha's cavern without him escaping. But they specifically said that it's going to pose a real danger to Liyue, and that can't happen if he stays safely within his seal. So I feel like Ju has to successfully free him. He breaks out, wages some kind of chaos somewhere, and then we have to have a battle to reseal him back in his original seal. It's what I'm hoping for. So short answer, yes. I want there to be some kind of change in our worlds, like the tree exploding. And then the tree will still be there, but there has to be like something that gets destroyed and him breaking out. True, unless we succeed in stopping him before he breaks the seal. But that would be less interesting. Can we please have him break the seal? Like, I will be actually very disappointed if he doesn't escape. Because why would you willingly skip out on that drama? The drama of him escaping is gonna make for a way cooler cutscene than just like, yeah, he was gonna escape, but then we stopped him. Like, nah. They lose so many drama points that way, I don't like it. Mona and Lisa's abilities at the crafting bench indicate other fields. Oh, I hadn't thought about that, but I like that. Didn't he stomp his way out? Oh, the seals, yes, the seals in the cavern. But I don't know if he's gonna get out of the cavern. That's what I'm missing. I want him to get out of the cavern. Yo, that would be cool if Ju kamikazed, but like, since she has the body of a child, could they do that? Are they allowed to do that? Because like they made her look like a child. She's clearly very evil. Could we go look at that evil smile again? I feel like I need, this needs to become a Twitter meme. Or, you know, a way that people respond to things. 'Cause... Oh shoot, no, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. So confused. I want creepy Ju. I want her I want her evil face. I feel like it was earlier though. Oh yeah, it was like right at the beginning. Someone has to clip this. It has to come.
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess that could have been them. And there was a
Zhongli was an Archon. He didn't need no nothing. That one right there. This, people have to use this for everything, right? This is gonna be a thing. As of today, we're gonna be seeing this all over the place. I hope they don't give a fuck and make a kid explode. I mean, she's clearly not okay, right? Oh, I can use comma and period to go frame by frame? Do you know how many times I've tried to move frame by frame in a YouTube video and I'm like, fuck, it took me back 5 seconds. That's gonna save my life right there. Legit. But man, they have to get dark. We're gonna be getting deaths up the wazoo. I have no doubt. No doubt whatsoever. Oh, yes, thank you. Can you summarize the lore we got about Inazuma? Or I guess, were there captions on the little announcement that we were watching? Can I turn on captions? Captions? I don't have captions. Okay. We are at 2 hours and 15 minutes, and I don't want this to go too far over the actual live stream. So I think we're gonna call it here. Especially because I actually do have work today. I took a couple hours off in order to watch the live stream live, but I do gotta go soon. New server emote? New server emote? Oh yes, for the Jew face, the creepy Jew face. But yeah, Luminous, could you... The pictures have the images? Is that what I said? I meant I wanted captions. That's what I was trying to say. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I want to end. Let's end on the Jew face. So, have a good day, everybody. For me, it's the morning. Have a good evening, afternoon, lunch, all that. Thank you for joining me for live stream commentary. This one was not as hyped as 1.4, but I also didn't expect that. Like, nothing. They can't do 1.4 twice in a row, you know? So, housing system looks good. We're gonna get some cool lore in Zhongli's story quest. Gonna get some cool lore in Eula's story quest, and hopefully that wind trace thingy. So I'm looking forward to the Monstadt history lesson, and that'll be good for me. That's enough lore to make a wig happy.